Of course, let me acknowledge our very hardworking, dynamic, at talaga pong napakasipag at yung kanyang puso nandito po sa sektor na ito. Let's give a round of applause please for DOST Secretary Boy de la Peña. Secretary, maraming salamat. Unang-una po sa lahat, just last week, we finished the Bicameral Conference Committee on the Balik Scientist Program. And we're hoping that this will be transmitted before the end of session, which is next week, and hopefully signed by the President into law, maybe by May or by June. So this is one of the accomplishments of the Senate Committee on Science and Technology, one of the main bills and priority agenda of the DOST and even the LEDAC. No? So we're quite happy to have finished this bill, and finally, we will be institutionalizing the Balik Scientist Program, improving the benefits, improving the incentives, and hopefully contributing to increasing our brain power here in the Philippines with other Filipinos who are abroad. No? So thanks to DOST Secretary for pushing this, at maraming salamat din po sa inyo lahat for supporting this bill. The other bill that we had just passed in third reading, actually just the other day, is the Magna Carta, the amendments to the Magna Carta for scientists, engineers, researchers, and mathematicians, etc., etc. Ang ginagawa po ng amendment na to, tinatanggal po yung cap dun sa posibleng makuha ng honorarium ninyo mula po sa external grants. Yes, as I expected, this will elicit a louder applause than the first one. Tinanggal na muna natin yung cap na yan so that you will be able to be at par with other professionals in your sector that are receiving grants. No? And we felt that this was an important amendment, an important reform to be able to support our Filipino researchers, scientists, and mathematicians, and so on and so forth, even more. So hopefully, Congress will have their version soon. Unfortunately, wala pa pong version ng Kongreso po ng batas na ito. But we're hoping now that they've heard that we have passed this on third reading in the Senate, they will follow suit with their version, and we're hoping that this can also become law before the end of the year. Your DOST family has been extremely vigilant in passing these laws. In fact, early on, Secretary de la Peña and I spoke, and he gave me the wish list of DOST in terms of bills, resolutions, and whatnot. And we promised him that we would be very active and we would be very productive with this committee. Now, apart from being Science and Technology Chairperson, I'm also the Vice Chairman for Finance, handling the DOST budget. So, yung mga programa po na kailangan pondohan, yung mga aspeto na kailangan mong bigyan ng tutok, bigyan ng support through the budget process, of course, goes to the Senate and Congress. Of course, we all know it begins with DBM, but it does get to us at some point, and we have also provided our guarantee and our support that the main priorities of DOST, the main priorities of this sector will be funded and will be funded properly. So this again is an opportunity for us to show that we can get ahead of problems. Lahat po ng mga ingredients to solve this problem, meron po ang ating lipunan. We have it. We have the different groups involved, the training centers are there, the TESTA vouchers are there, the leadership of DOST is there. Kailangan lang po talagang ipagsama-sama yung mga grupo at gawan po ito ng matinding tulak at programa na pwede pong ma-access ng ating workers. No? Now, the industry themselves identify this as a problem. Nagkakaiba lang po sa appreciation of the problem. The BPO industry said it's only about 44,000 jobs in 2017. Other technologies are saying it's closer to 200,000 jobs. But whatever the range really is, whether it's 44,000 jobs lost or 200,000 jobs lost, these are still families, no? These are still jobs that provide support for Filipino families na kailangan mo nating matulungan. At yung solusyon po dito is to provide retraining and upskilling, which our training centers can do. Unfortunately, yung kulang lang po siguro, ano yung curriculum na kinakailangan para para ma-introduce po ito ng mga training centers at masuportahan po ng TESDA para yung ating current call center workers can move up the supply chain. No? So let me just end by sharing with you the top 3 reasons why this sector is really important and why in the 70th Congress we have truly embraced the science and technology sector. One, I think, is that our Filipino scientists use evidence, no? Use evidence to be able to move forward. And these days, I think many of us use our biases more than using evidence. So I think our scientists need to show us the way to be able to make decisions, make judgments, make these very important policy calls, to help us make these very important policy calls based on true evidence and not just our biases. Second is that scientists, our Filipino scientists, are natural problem solvers. Kayo po naghahanap ng mga solusyon, naghahanap ng mga sagot sa mga tanong ng ating bayan. No? When we look at our country and we look at problems in terms of the environment, transportation, our economy, marami yung mga problema na pwedeng masolusyonan ng maayos na research at maayos na science and technology. And by being natural problem solvers, I think you are definitely needed these days much more than you can probably imagine. Hindi ho tayo mauubusan ng mga problemang kailangan hanapan ng solusyon sa ating bayan. And I guess the third reason why I truly love Filipino scientists and why we do want to support your sector is because you give us hope. Marami hong mga problema, tila wala na pong solusyon, pero kayo po tuloy-tuloy ang paghahanap ng mga sagot at mga solusyon sa mga bagay na to. And with the right support, with the right framework, with the right guidance, hopefully we can find these solutions that you have come up with and be able to scale it up with the right policy, the right laws, the right programs, the right budget. At yung mga problemang ito, nahahanapan natin ng solusyon, ito po yung ambag po natin sa ating minamahal na bayan. So let me end there. Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita. Rest assured, we will work together in all of these initiatives. Thank you very much. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat.